Hi, I'm Jeff, and this is Megan, and this is our story.
Okay, so we were believing for supernatural growth, and we were also we also had incurred a lot of debt when we started up our business. So we were in like a really hard spot at the beginning of 2020. We were just like on the verge of bankruptcy, and we were believing that we would be able to get out of debt and that we would be freed from that burden of that debt.
And we were believing for that too, because we felt called to this. Like, God led us to Lincoln. He called us to start our own business, and we had made a lot of decisions based on what we felt the Lord was telling us to do. And for a time, it was working until we hit kind of like a wall, and we lost our momentum and started struggling really bad. And I remember just being angry, like mad even. I multiple times was like crying out to God, like, why is this happening? We've done everything that you've asked. We've been faithful. We've been praying on everything and really, leaning on you to make the right decisions here, and we're not making any headway. So we were just really believing for some breakthrough,
I think we both just kind of started hating that debt, like hating that bondage. When you're in debt, you're a slave to the lender, and we just wanted to be free from that so that we could be more effective in our giving and more effective in being generous. When we were going through our goals at the beginning of the year, we were kind of making a plan, and we kept going back to the fact that to grow a business, you have to spend money on marketing, and we didn't have the money. And God kept repeatedly telling me that I'm your source. Marketing is not your source. I'm your source. And I wrestled with God on that, because I was kind of like, well, obviously, God, but, I got to do something here. And so it ended up that God throughout the year just brought us deal after deal and house after house and client after client without any of it coming from paid marketing at all. And through that, we were able to pay off over $100,000 of credit card debt.
So the Heart for the House last year was in March, and we had just bought our first property that we were going to work on, like right at that same time. And we were kind of reaching for it, like we were getting desperate. And so it was a kind of a tight deal. We were hoping that we were going to make money on it. And so then after Heart for the House, pretty quickly things kind of started turning around, and we ended up getting way more than we thought for that house, and so it turned into a good deal for us. And then, like Megan said, the deals just kept coming in, and we could barely keep up with it, and we didn't even have the time to even think about marketing, even if we wanted to. So everything just kind of rolled after that until the summer was over.
We couldn't have done any of the things that we did last year if we hadn't have been faithful in our tithe and in that gift. When we were struggling the most, I hit my face and said, God, you have never failed me yet, and you won't fail me now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everything that got us up to last year was a direct result of us becoming faithful tithers. And once we started doing that, our lives completely turned 180 degrees, like rapidly. And then when we hit the next kind of wall, it was just another, God was teaching us something in that moment, and we had to make the choice, and we prayed on it. Like, I remember I did Heart for the House in 2019, and it was no big deal. And last year it was like scary. Like, Megan and I prayed separately on it, and every time I prayed about it, I was like, I don't even know. There's nothing that we can give. We can't even pay the bills next month. And we came back to each other afterwards, and we both had the exact same number that we felt God was telling us to give, and we gave it. And it wasn't much, but it still hurt. And I think that's all God needed to take care of the rest. It's just to see where our hearts were. So if anybody asks that question, it's not even a question. They gave me this to fidget with.
I know, but not to bang it on the table. It's gonna be like bink, bink.
My goodness.